If you ain't getting shot by Nova Vision, you gonna get shot by somebody else, stupid.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
For the herd. Hey yo, Hydro, cut that. Yeah, it's more my speed. First person shooter mode. For the herd. Balistic Man. This one here's for all the herd. 1,000 of us will surround you. The strangle you's the only time I put my arm around you. When they found you, you was still struggling for some answers. You must have got too comfortable snuggling with them dancers. I'm cutting you out like cancer. Let's move on to a different topic. Real hustlers were taught to sell it and not to sniff the product. And it ain't peppermint candy, but we move all the cane here. You got it all inside your nose like you Rudolph the reindeer. Bullets hit you soon as you blink. Your brain splatter on the sink. These bars require you to actually think, but you practically stink. Your shit is trash, might as well call the garbage collector. I'm saved in the phone and the daddy, I'm your daughter's protector. First person shooter mode allows you to dive in the screen, but I know killers who will come and shoot you while you live on your stream, then drive off the scene, but ain't got no license to drive. Another dead rapper, that just means I'm the nicest alive. Got on songs with guys twice as my size and defiant. Felt like David going against Goliath the giant. Nothing more superb than hearing fans repeating your words. Drake did it for the dogs, I did it for the stampede of the herd.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Drake did it for the dogs, I did it for the stampede of the herd.
Drake did it for the dogs, I did it for the stampede of the herd.
Yeah, this one's for all the herd.
It's your boy Balistic Man.
Welcome to the herd, you know. Ha, yeah. Drake did it for the dogs, I did it for the stampede of the herd. Drake did it for the dogs, I did it for the stampede of the herd.
Dope. Alright, so we got my brother in the building. Everybody knows Nova Vision, man. Goes hand in hand with Balistic Man.
Yeah.
So it's an honor to have you as the first fucking guest on Bomb First, Ask Questions Later.
It's an honor.
Which is filmed here at your studio, and I appreciate that.
Right.
And yeah, man, let's talk about how this freestyle came about.
Well, first off, it's an honor to be the first person to be asked to be on the Bomb First, Ask Question Later series. And it's an honor to have you, doing it here at the Mighty Herd Labwork Studios too, for real, bro. I'm proud of you, how long you've come. I've seen, you've been through so much, so it's only right. As far as the first person shooter freestyle, you asked me to be the first person on the series, and you asked me to spit some. You was like, yo, just go hard, just go straight full ballistic, just spit some bars. So I was listening to the new Drake For All the Dogs album, and got to the first person shooter track with him and J. Cole, and I was just inspired. So had your voice in my head, and I was in the studio, and I was just dolo, and I just threw the beat on, and I was like, you know what I mean? They were going so hard, I'm a huge fan of Drake and J. Cole, so they were going so hard, I was like, man, let me see what I could come up with. Stand on my feet with the big dogs, and that's when I just dropped the freestyle, hit up my man Hydro, laid it down, and hit you up like, yo, bro, I think I got something for the first episode.
Bro, I was so, when you sent me that, I was going ape shit, bro. I was like, because this is, for me as a fan of you, this is what I've been looking for from you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
and just the way it all came together was so perfect. And speaking of which, First Person Shooter, the song off the Drake album, featuring J. Cole, obviously. This is J. Cole's first ever #1.
Right.
So there's a lot of firsts going on here, a lot of
Right.
synchronicities. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy though. How do you feel about that? Like, J. Cole's a legend, obviously.
He deserves it. Congratulations, J. Cole, man. You deserve it. Should have been had it. But it's dope to see two of my favorite artists, getting a #1 like that together, especially a Drake and J. Cole track. You don't get too many of those. When you get those, it's just dope. He deserves it. And like I said, it all came together. It happened to be my favorite track on the album. One of my favorite tracks on the album. The whole album is fire. But like I said, just the synchronicity, like you said, just with the first track, the first person shooter track, and just all that just came together. So yeah, congratulations to J. Cole, man. He deserves that. That's amazing. That's dope.
Yeah, I wish, personally, he would have got that on his own. I think he deserves that. He should have been had that.
Right.
You know how the music industry be. But I'm glad he at least got it.
Right. Congratulations.
So what's next for Balistic Man? Like what are we music wise? What's going on with Bliss? You got the studio. You just jumped off. This shit's going great. It's
Right.
beautiful in here.
Right.
You got people in and out like crazy now.
Yeah.
And you just opened it up. That's great.
Yeah,
But you got that, and then the music. What's going on with your music? What's the plans?
I just dropped my new single Suave. Shout out to my brothers, Killer Fraction Music Group, and Fraction Music. We actually got a couple projects that we're working on together. We might break it down to a couple albums. We do have one album already pretty much complete, and we just got a lot of stuff, music, movies, all types of stuff we're working on. Like you just said, we just opened a lab for other artists out here in Buffalo, New York, in the Western New York area. Mighty Herb lab work. Shout out to my guys all over here, Kenny, Born, Hydro. You know, everybody putting in their work here, and we just some big things in the future, man. Just a lot of new music and a lot of new surprises. Obviously, we got the Neighborhood, which is another extension of the Herd. And it's all about the Herd coming in, from here on out to the future. The Neighborhood brand I just launched. It's a community, welcome to the neighborhood, like the neighborhood. Buffalo's the city of neighbors. So I just wanted to extend it out to the world. The neighborhood is worldwide. You know what I mean? You could be a part of the neighborhood wherever you at.
Now, you mentioned the movies. We can't skip over that. You just glassed past it, so I got to get back to that. Because that's huge, bro. You were in a movie. Let's talk about that. That movie actually walked in on girl watching, and I had no idea it was the movie you were in. She's like, this movie's fire. She didn't even let me know that, she knew what she was doing, but
Right. Yeah.
she didn't even you know what I mean? And she's a tough nut to crack. So let's talk about that, man. That's pretty big.
Yeah, the movie is called The Puppet Man. It was shot here in Buffalo. It's a Shudder original. Shout out to Brandon and the whole team. Everybody that that shot that movie did their thing. All the actors there was some. I was glad to be a part of it. There was some amazing actors. And like I said, for it to be shot here in Buffalo, it was dope. To be my first time on a big screen in a big film like that on a big network like Shudder. It was amazing.
It's a Shudder original, right?
It's a Shudder original, yeah. So it was just cool. I'm a horror film fanatic, so to be a part of that was cool. And everybody, it was great feedback for me to to get, even though it's such a small part, but it was great feedback from a lot of people. So be looking for more of me on the big screen. So I'm gonna try to I would love to definitely be a part of that. So that's
Dope.
cool. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a random question.
All right.
You seen that Krishan Rock and her Blueface disc?
Yeah.
You see that? How you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Man, I don't know, man. That's just
I thought it was a banger. I fuck with it.
yeah. Yeah, man. Like I don't know, man. That shit is just a crazy situation. As far as the track, the song sounded crazy. Like the beat, the production. It definitely was a crazy track. I didn't really get to listen too much of what was going on, but as far as the whole situation, I don't know. I don't really want to speak on that because that ain't got nothing to do with me, honestly. But yeah,
man.
Yeah. Shout out to Blueface though. Shout out to Christian, all that.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Anything else you want to say?
Man, no, just thank you to all the supporters. Y'all the reason why we here. Y'all are part of the neighborhood. It's bigger than just me. I'm just another member. And just know that, the neighborhood stands for you chasing your storms in your life. The only mammal out there, the buffalo, herd of buffaloes, when they see a storm coming, they're the only mammal out there that will run towards the storm while the other animals are running away from them. And it's just just to let you know that if you run towards your storm, you'll get through it faster than all the other people that are running from your storms. All right? And that's all Balistic Man and the Herd is about. Face the storms in your life and, don't run from them. It's your boy Bliss. Keep chasing your goals and your dreams. It's love. Yeah.
But yo, to everybody watching, most likely if you fuck with me, you already know about Balistic Man. But if you don't, go check him out. His catalog is crazy. He's been on the grind for fucking ever. The most consistent artist in Buffalo, period. This motherfucker works, grinds, gets it in, man. And I'm super proud of you, bro.
Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you having me.